Hey, stop. I know I'm wearing a Bucks jersey and a Dolphins chain. I just run the state of Florida. I don't know what to tell you. Welcome to the video, people. I am probably the biggest NFL fan. Like, I don't think people love kids. I love NFL. It's just how it goes.
What did he say?
Well, actually, people have kids and they love them. What? You know, pass. I'm just the biggest NFL fan. I am a good-hearted NFL, born and bred.
We don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
Jerry.
Huge Tom Brady fan. My dad went to college with Drew Bledsoe in Washington, the quarterback before Tom Brady for you 12-year-olds. I was raised in a Tom Brady household. Religion on Sunday was church, and then 3 hours of Tom Brady football. Like, that's just what it was. And when you're watching Tom Brady football, you got football from September to February. Like, that's just how it was. No Tom Brady kind of breaks my heart, but still watch the NFL a lot. Not to brag, but I was a 4-time semifinalist in my fantasy football leagues.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Now, going 4 for 4 to hit the semis, never done that before. Also, didn't win any of them. Also, never done that before. Let's get into this. Mickey Mouse, Chiefs run, whatever. Detroit Lions. Let's take it game by game. First game on my screen on the left. Texans, Chargers. To me, these are the exact same football team. Good coach, good defense at times. Always disappoints when it matters. So, sorry if you're fans of these teams, but I don't see Harbaugh winning big games. He's been Lil Bro his whole life. But CJ Stroud's playing like dog water. It's a home playoff game, though. They almost lost to the Titans last week. I don't know. I don't want to decide. Can I skip on the first one? Dang. I think the Texans have to. It's a home playoff game. I don't see them regressing that way. I don't think they beat the Chiefs, but I do see them winning. So, also, it's in Spanish. I don't know if you can't tell. For some reason, the Super Bowl Challenge is only available in the UK and in, I don't know, Spanish-speaking countries, not in the United States. I see the Texans taking it, mainly because I don't think Harbaugh travels well. That's actually not true. Being in LA is basically being on the road all the time, so that doesn't matter. They could really win this game. Am I switching already to the Chargers? I didn't realize that they were playing the Chargers.
Oh
No.
my God!
I see. Okay, I'm calling an audible. I think the Chargers are winning this game. It's just a total cop-out for the Chiefs. But actually, the Chiefs almost lost to them once. But I do see the Texans losing this game. They're not good. The Texans are not good. No Tank Dell. No Stephon Diggs. Derek Stingley's the only good thing on that defense. I mean, Danielle Hunter's supposed to be good. Oh, I'm sorry. Their linebacker who killed Trevor Lawrence, whatever his name is, he's a dog. But I see the Chargers taking that game, actually. Not even going to lie. All right, this is a walk through the park. I don't even have to say anything. Steelers are doing a classic Steelers. Have an 6-game win streak or win 6 of 7 or something like that, and then lose the rest of the season. Theirs happen to be start 10-2 or 8-2 or whatever they started, and then blow it when it matters. So I just don't see them actually winning this game. And Baltimore's peaking. I shouldn't have to just explain that much. Now, this game, people actually think this is a trap game for Buffalo. They're tweaking. There's no world. I will, like, take off my shirt and run naked through the street. Like, it's just not happening. Like, Buffalo's not losing this game. I understand Denver has a good defense, and that's the recipe to win in the playoffs. But Josh Allen, enough said. Now, this is the matchup I wish the Chiefs had to play both these teams. Okay, NFC. This game might not even played in LA because the Wildfires. I still see Minnesota winning because LA beat them already, and I'll die on this hill. I would much rather play a team in the playoffs that I've already lost to, because that means I get the advantage because my game plan didn't work, so I have a lot to change and I can go to the drawing board and figure stuff out. But if you're the Rams, I've already beat you, so it's like, well, I'm kind of just gotta keep the same thing going. It's just the advantage is always to the team that lost, I think. Now, this I think is the most fair matchup in the playoffs. I do think Washington's the better team. Obviously, they have the better record. If you're a casual and don't know, the Bucks won their division. That's why they're the 3 seed. But the Commanders, actually, am I stupid? Buccaneers record, they're 11-7, right? Or 10-7. Do math, Hunter. I think the Commanders won 11 games. Oh, they won 12 and 5. Yeah, come on now, bro. So since they didn't win their division, though, that's why they're the 6 seed. Kind of broken, kind of not. That's how football goes. I think this is the most fair matchup. You see, I mean, I got my Tom Brady on. I do love the Bucks. I don't see them losing a home game. I think that's a big advantage in this matchup. Tampa's got a good home crowd. If you're like the Chargers, you don't have a good home crowd, but they have the better. Washington has the better quarterback. Jaden Daniels is better than Baker. However, Baker had the best year of his life, and he killed it. He also didn't make the Pro Bowl, and Jaden did for the NFC, so I can see that being some beef. If you're not hyped for the playoffs, though, regardless, you shouldn't be in football. I gotta give it to the Bucks. I'm not gonna lie. Sorry, Commanders fans. I know. I think you're the better team. I even think you have the better quarterback. But home game, it's Baker. I've gotta pay my homage to him because he won me. Well, I just told you guys I didn't win my league, but in 2 of my leagues I had Baker, and he got me to where I was at, dropping 40 in the second round. So
We don't care.
Let me tell you.
We don't care.
Jerry.
in championship, I lost. Whatever, but Baker dropped 40. He was the bright spot of my team. You got to be special than Green Bay's beating Philly. I know Green Bay's got a great setup. Like they run the ball, they play good defense. I don't think Jordan Love's it when it matters. I know last year he played all right. I just think Philly's on a whole other level. Philly is choke artist. They're choke artists. This is not the choke artist season for Philly. That's what they have in their blood. They've got 1 Super Bowl. Ever since then, they've been choke artists, like talking like crazy levels. But I don't see them losing to Green Bay at all. We've got the Mickey Mouse Chiefs versus the Chargers. Now, the Chargers lost to them both times, but we all know the doink in happened against them. So, right, that was Chiefs doink in. Yeah, LAC. Like if you pick against this is my heart, I want to pick the Chargers. I want to pick the Chargers. Everybody does. If the Chiefs are going to lose, it's not going to be in the first game. It's just not. It's going to be here. It's not going to be here. I would love it with all my heart. Please let me be wrong, but I don't see that happening. I wish the Chiefs had to run through this gauntlet. I think they're losing one of those games no matter what. Now when these two teams played last in the beginning of the season, Sunday Night Football. Ravens stomped the Bills. But and I said before, I'd rather play a team I already lost to. This game's in Buffalo, which is different. That's hard to pick against the Ravens. But here's the thing: the Ravens will get your hope up, and then in one of these games in the playoffs, they're gonna forget to run the ball, or forget how to not turn the ball over, or just suck.
But I cannot see. I'm legally blind. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. I'm innocent.
In every way, shape, or form, and just blow it. And like the way that the recipe that they had for a whole season just goes out the window. Now, what it looked like last year against the Chiefs was lead the league in rushing and then rush for 11 times against the Chiefs in the playoffs. And then Zay Flowers didn't add any help there. I do see this as the year of Buffalo. Now, please, Josh Allen, don't break my heart the way that every other quarterback does besides Tom Brady. Patrick Mahomes is getting there, but sorry, 3 Super Bowls doesn't get you jack with me. You got to win 7. Or does he have 4? No, he has 3. I'm stupid. 3. He's not even close, bro. He's the GOAT. 3 Super Bowls? Come on now. And he lost by 30 to Tom Brady. Not even think twice about that. And this is a good game. I mean, Tampa did beat Philly before, like 2 years ago in the playoffs when they played. I think the NFC is pretty cut and dry to me. I see these as the Eagles and the Lions as the 2 best teams, and there's no other way to go around it. I know if Minnesota had to play Philly, I think that'd be closer, just because of the way Minnesota can get after the quarterback. And this does go against the fact that the Lions beat them twice already. Now that's even crazier. Beating a team 3 times, that happens very rarely, if ever. I'm trying to think of the last time that happened. The Patriots might have did it. No, we lost to the Jets that year. Mark Sanchez, I hate you. Wow, I'm kind of a casual. I got 1-2 and 1-2. That's not very creative. I mean, to be honest, I do think the Ravens are the favorite in that game. I know Buffalo's at home, but I think Buffalo's actually the upset. This is what I would like to see. This is what will likely happen, but let me explain to you why I have hope in this. Detroit's making the Super Bowl, period. Best team in football. It's a la Niners when they make it and Eagles when they make it. They just have that team. They've dominated. If they blow it, they blow it. But they don't show me any signs of being able to because they honestly aren't playing great football on defense. At least they shouldn't be. With Aiden out, Terry Arnold got hurt. Who's their other safety? It's Joseph. No, he didn't get hurt. Oh, it was Branch was suspended for a game, but they had a lot of change up on defense, and they still just win football games. I mean, the one game they lost to the Bills, which that game was 45-42, something like that. And then what was their other loss? What? Lions schedule. Oh, they lost to the Buccaneers. I didn't have to look it up. So like, I can't see the Eagles. Saquon, I would love for Saquon to get something going, but I hate the Eagles, and I'm cool with this. Buffalo. Josh Allen, if you're ever going to do it, I said this last year too, but if you're ever going to do it, Josh, it's got to be this year. Like, it has to be this year. Please, my Lord and Savior, Josh Allen, please do it, because the Chiefs just like, to beat the Chiefs by 1, you got to beat them by 20. And like, that's a basketball saying, to beat a team by 2, you got to beat it by 10. It just means like you got to play really well because refs and home crowd and all that. But this is like actually bad. Like, as a lifelong Tom Brady and Patriots fans, yes, we got calls. It happened. I think of the PI against the Jaguars in the AFC Championship game right before halftime. Doug Peterson was pissed, or whoever their coach was. I think it was Doug Peterson's the Eagles. Whoever the Jags coach was on their run, not Doug Peterson is right now, or not anymore, but that was a bad call. You could say Tuck rule. I mean, it was in the rule book and it met the standards. Sorry for the rule book. Change the rules if you don't want it. But the Chiefs, it's like every week. Like Patriots, it'd be like maybe 60-40. We get 60% of the calls, you get 40. Maybe even like 65-35 sometimes. Chiefs, it's like 80-20. Maybe even 90-10. And it's not like throughout the course of the game, it'll be like, oh, lame call here, lame call there. It's just the last 2 minutes of the game. AFC Championship game that year against the Bengals. Late hit by the kid on the Bengals gets them into the field goal range with literally 2 seconds left. Game-winning field goal. Game over. Pretty questionable. In my opinion, like, yeah, you put yourself in a bad spot, but because of what it would gift the Chiefs, and it was so like questionable to me, I think that was a lame call, but all right, goes in their favor. You get to the Super Bowl, holding call, ends the game. Now, they hadn't called holding the entire game at all on any side as far as I remember. Maybe it was the Eagles' first holding call on defense. I don't think the Chiefs had one either. And then they go on, and then that literally ends the game. It's so anticlimactic. Maybe I'm just a sports fanatic and I like actual endings with real football. I still don't think it was holding. And I know Bradbury said I held. He tugged him, but they'd been tugging all game. Like, pause. But they've been doing that all game. So then this whole season, I'm sure you've seen the memes on Instagram. We've got toe, which isn't really in their control, but toe out of bounds. Then you've got DPI on Bengals, which in my opinion still wouldn't call, but fine, it happens. Football. Next week, now we go from calling PI to not calling PI when the Falcons have it on 4th and goal and Kyle Pitts gets tackled in the end zone. Then you've got blocked field goal, then you've got doink in. It's just like, on top of the refs, it's just crazy stuff that happens. So this season, 15-2, Mickey Mouse. I don't see it happening. I see this as the year. But the problem is with the defense as good as theirs, like they went from stifling offense to now, last 2 years, best defense in football and quarterback that, like a Tom Brady in Super Bowl 53, just give me the ball with enough time left to go win you the game when it matters. So the Chiefs are very Super Bowl 53 Patriots. Like, that's very what they are these days. Buffalo, Detroit. I see it flipping. I don't see Buffalo winning. I see Detroit taking it. It's just the year of Detroit. This is the people's Super Bowl. Like, it's gotta, like, this is what will feed families. If the Chiefs end up winning, I'm not watching football anymore. The way they're running, Montgomery's coming back. He's got a torn MCL, but with stuff like that, he's had like 3-4 weeks off. He's got enough heroin in him or whatever they're injecting in him, PCP. That's actually for next stuff. Lidocaine, I don't know what they shoot up with, but he's gonna be fine. You can work through that for a few weeks, especially with Gibbs. You like split the backfield. Hutch might be back for the Super Bowl. I wouldn't bank on it, but even without him, they're balling. Buffalo's got Josh Allen. They proved when they played. They actually went to Detroit and won. I actually forgot about that, but I just don't see Buffalo having enough on offense to respond. Like, Josh Allen is Josh Allen, but in the Super Bowl, backs are going to get tight, and you got to rely on your guys. And for Buffalo, you've got Shakir. I don't trust Amari Cooper. He's not even with the team. He has like some family thing going on. That'll be fine, but Amari Cooper hasn't been with the team for a month. You got Shakir and James Cook, and that's really it. I don't trust Dalton Kincaid when it matters. I really don't trust Dawson Knox. And then you have Josh Allen. But the Lions is like Amon-Ra, J-Mo. Even Tim Patrick is a dog. Laporta gets it done when it matters. He had a way better rookie season. Two-headed monster in the backfield. Jared Goff. That's the problem, though. Jared Goff is not Josh Allen, and usually you go with quarterbacks, but I just see their offense being way more hard to stop. Super Bowl champion, Detroit Lions, in the people's Super Bowl. I'm giving the people what they want. I think this is what has to happen. This is me trying to restore my faith in humanity, in football, in the NFL, not the money whore Roger Goodell and the league's trying to spit out these days. If we get Chiefs-Eagles, I will die. Chiefs-Lions is okay. At least the Lions made it. But Chiefs-Eagles would really just send me off a cliff. But let me know. Drop a comment down below. Let me know who you guys think is going to win the Super Bowl. Who you got. What the score is going to be. Oh, I forgot to do my score. And the little tiebreaker in case some people think the same. I think the score of the Super Bowl would be 32 Lions. Because they go for 2 because they're crazy. 32-23 Lions. Appreciate you rocking with me. Let me know who you have winning the Super Bowl. And go Pats.